Hello everyone, Josh first back again, bringing you guys some more Elune, and today we're going to look at the new epic tank, Nasser. It's already been added to the index. I didn't even know, otherwise this video would have been out a little bit earlier, but nonetheless, better late than never, right? I don't think we're quite late though, because the banner hasn't even dropped yet. That'll be later today, but he is right here. Let's go ahead and check this bad boy out. We're going to be looking at his max stats, looking at his skills, talking a little bit about how good he can be and what type of team comps that you might better run him in and what type of game modes he might be best suited to. We're also going to look at his costumes really quickly. I love the gold design, but I'm also really in love with the red one just because of the fact that it matches up well when he's doing like his spin maneuver, which kind of reminds me of Sonic the Hedgehog. When I look at his design, he reminds me of a Samoan. He looks like a Samoan with a armor that's kind of looks to be inspired by an armadillo / hedgehog. That's just kind of my interpretations of, what I'm seeing here from his design. I would love to hear all of your thoughts below in the comment section, what you think he reminds you of design-wise. But I'm getting a, from the armor standpoint, I'm getting a hedgehog / armadillo, and from the actual character himself, he reminds me of a Samoan. So that's kind of what I'm getting from this. Very cool design, nonetheless. I know some of you may not like this design, but I actually personally think it looks pretty cool. I'm down. So, stat-wise at max, let's check it out. So, at 6-star plus 5, his HP is quite similar to Owen's. I think Owen's is like 75,000, so his is 2,000 less, but I do know for a fact his physical defense and magic defense are actually higher than Owen. I believe the attack is the same. If not, they're very close, but I think their attack might be the same. Crit and evasion are both the same, and I believe his attack speed is also the same as Owen. So they're very comparable in stats, and I know a lot of people love Owen as an epic tank. Very comparable in stats between the two so far from what I can tell. So that's nice. His stats are not lackluster. They're actually very comparable with, one of the best epic tanks we already have, which would be Owen. So that's a good thing. It's a good first step. So stat-wise, check. Good stuff. Skills, let's check it out. Usually I don't really talk about the first skills that much unless it's directly influenced with another skill or a passive. So for now, we're just going to completely just ignore this at the moment, and we'll get back to it if we need to. S2, here we go, maxing it out. All right, special, crouch, curls up and becomes channeling for 2 turns. Interesting, 2-turn channeling. Oof, that's that's basically what 3 turns to pull the skill off then, because you would use the skill and then you would channel for 2 turns and then use the skill. So yes, that's quite a long cooldown there. While channeling, damage received is reduced by 40%. Okay, that is crazy. And this is an S2. Damage received is reduced by 40%. That is pretty nutty. When channeling ends, increases attack by 10% each time you were hit while channeling. Okay, so the damage potential on this guy, even with his base attack stat being in the high 3,000, so very low, right? But it's a tank. What do you expect? His attack stat could actually get pretty crazy high in a game mode like Rift. If you put this guy front line in Rift, his attack stat could get scary high. And I'm not even joking. Scary high. So he could go from being a 3,900 base attack at max. Obviously, this is before gear or anything else. And then you apply a Weiwei S2 on top of that. And if you're running Cardia in your team comp for an additional attack stat, and if you have like an Owl in a back row or even a Arena, that's more attack stat. And then he's going to be gaining an additional 10% each time he was hit in a game mode like Rift. Or even Tower, for that matter, where you're just going to be putting him in the front. He's just going to be taking several hits. His attack stat could get crazy high. That is interesting. That is interesting. Okay. And he's reducing damage by 40%. So that's going to also make him very good for boss fights. Just put him in the front row, reducing 40% damage by popping his S2, which is only going to cost 2 souls. Wow. And he also restores 3 HP once used. So he even gives himself a little bit of HP on his skill gem. Interesting. So S2 looking really good. And again, some of the game modes that I'm already seeing used for this could be, potentially boss fights just for the damage reduction. Even if you don't need the attack up, the damage reduction is great. And then for a game mode like Rift, where you want a frontline tank, so you can just keep letting your Revy, your Balders, your Arslans, your Michelles, your Lisa Roses go in there and do a lot of damage. This guy's going to be a frontline tank like a madman with that. And you already saw that his tankiness is already pretty good. His magic and physical defense are already very good, very high, low 8,000s, which is nice. And his HP is up in the almost mid 70s, 70k. So that's very nice. So let's go ahead. And we haven't even gotten to the ultimate and the 3 passives yet. This guy could potentially be pretty crazy good. Ultimate. Let's go ahead and max that out. This is all enemies. This is interesting. Creates an infinite vortex using a spinning golden rectangle, dealing 141% of attack and 580 physical damage to all enemies. Inflicts physical effects on all enemies that will provoke them until the damage you received reaches 50% max HP. And I did not mean to click that. What? 10% chance of reducing target's physical defense by 10% for 2 turns. So that is interesting. 141% attack, physical damage to all enemies. So his S2 into S3 back into S2 is crazy. So this guy is actually really good. And we still have not gotten to the 3 passives. So that is interesting. To all enemies, and inflicts physical effect on all enemies that will provoke them until the damage you receive reaches 50% max HP. Wow. And what's crazy is there's no turn restriction. So, wow. And you're going to be taking a lot less damage when you use his S3 into his S2 because you're going to be doing 40% damage reduction, thus extending the effect that this S3 will have. And it's an AoE damage. And like I said, with his S2, the way it works, you can get his attack pretty damn high. Wow. Okay, this is very interesting. So he is somewhat of a battle tank. He's got tankiness. He's got a little bit of HP recovery on his S2. He's got damage reduction. And he's got AoE damage that could actually do some work. So he just became even better in Rift than I originally thought. So I already thought with his S2 he's going to be amazing in Rift. Now, he is the go-to tank for Rift. No more Fahrenheit. You would run this guy front row. No doubt about it. Just no ifs, ands, or buts. It's just 100% you run this guy front row Rift. You run this guy front row boss fights. This guy is interesting. Interesting indeed. Wow. Wow, even in PvP, this guy could do some work. Wow. I am impressed. This guy might be better than Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit does have some really good skill sets, obviously. I love Fahrenheit, but this guy, the way he's set up for PvP, that is interesting. Wow. That way his S2 and S3 can kind of be interchangeable. You can go S2 in S3, back in S2, or you can start with S3 and go into S2, back into S3. Like, okay, let's get to the passives. I don't know how much more amazing this guy can actually get. All right, heavy armor. This bulky armor sacrifices agility for impervious defense. You don't need a fast tank. Come on now. Cannot evade enemy attacks, but your crit resistance rate increases to an amount that is equal to your evasion. So, oh my god, if you pair this guy up with Miho, he will never be critted. If you pair this guy up with Miho, this guy will never take crits. Wow. Or if he does, it'll be such a low percentage, it'll never happen. So, oh, man, okay, so pair this guy up with Miho for his passive one, and he's just going to be ultimate tank mode. Like, wow. Ridiculous. Alright, Reflection, passive 2. Enemies will learn to fear the sharpness that hides underneath the sturdiness. When you receive an attack that's less than 10% of your max HP, return 30% of it? Wow. Wow. This guy's incredible. There's so many different ways you can build this guy. High HP, high attack. A little bit of both. Just because you pop his S2, he's already receiving 40% less damage on top of however tanky you already make him with gear and substats from said gear. And you got Weiwei's S2 on top of that. You're going to be just, wow. And then you can provoke and make them just keep attacking you, which allows him to keep boosting up his S2's attack. And for your S, oh my head is freaking spinning. My head is spinning right now. This guy is legit. Wow, Nasser, you are, wow, my friend. You might, honestly, best tank in the game right now. Is it too early to say that? I don't know. Let's read his S3. This might tell me for a fact, is this best tank in game? Let's see. The responsibility of preserving the myth itself using the ancient shield is immense. Inflicts physical effect that causes provoke for 2 turns on enemies that are casting debuffs on you. Reduces damage received from enemies afflicted with provoke by 20%. I'm done. GG. I'm waving the white flag. Done. Best tank in game, hands down. Best tank in game, hands down, right there. I'm sorry. That is wow, boy. That's insane. Inflicts physical effect that causes provoke for 2 turns on enemies that are casting debuffs on you. And pretty much the whole entire PvP meta right now is debuffs. Constantly debuffs. Reduces damage received from enemies afflicted with provoke by 20%. And then if you pop his S2, that's an additional 40% damage reduction. On top of the fact that he's already very tanky. And then you add Weiwei S2 on top of that. This guy is a wall. It's like the wall of China. Good luck getting around that. They should nickname Nasser, the Wall of China. Because, or the wall from Attack on Titan. I don't know. Some kind of big wall. That's what Nasser is. This dude is insane. And then he's got reflective damage. He has a little bit of heal up on his ass too because of the skill gems. He has damage reduction. He's got provoke. He's got potentially very good damage on his S3. So, best tank in game. I think I'm going to say it. Let's go give this guy a thumbs up. He deserves a thumbs up. I don't even know if, oh, I got to click it over here. I keep always wanting to click the left side. Solid tank. Armadillo guy, nice. Daiguchi or however you say your name. Yo, you're right on, man. I want this. Welcome to Elune. Sand Slash. Yo, that's a great one. Sand Slash, especially when he's yellow. Sand Slash. Yo, Alpha 007. You're spot on with that. So good. Anti-Reyna and all. Just amazing. All right, guys. So we're going to check out his skills real quick, and then we're going to get out of here. This guy is phenomenal. I don't know what else to say. Except, wow. So let's just go ahead and... Obviously, we're not going to be able to showcase these skills the way I'd like to because we don't really have the means in the simulation. I would love simulation to actually let me build my team and build the opponent's team to specifics and control both sides so I can see how everything functions. If you guys want to see a feature like that, let me know in the comment section below. That would be something really awesome, I feel, for the game. Just a really in-depth simulation. That would be awesome. And also let us test against our friends as well. That'd be pretty cool too. Alright, so let me go ahead and just pop the SU. Just want to see it in action. Pretty cool. And then we'll use his S3. As you can see there. Nice. So that's really cool. And now you can see that we landed the provoke. Can only attack enemy that's provoked you, etc., etc. And as you can see, there is no turn restriction. So as long as the total damage does not equal half of your HP, you can keep them provoked, which is just ridiculous. So that's going to be it for me. That's going to be it for me on this video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy my review and full breakdown. If you agree with some of the things I said, or if you disagreed, or you have other suggestions that I might have missed, let me know in the comment section below. Nasser, OP, amazing. He's going to have a 9x9 drop rate when he drops for the first week of the banner. So definitely might consider jumping on this. I know we just had a tank banner, but this guy is totally worth it. Very, very good unit. Very solid tank. I cannot wait to actually pull for him. I might even try to showcase him as early as tomorrow. I might need a couple more days because I'm going to need some more skill books because I really want to max out his S2 and S3 before I showcase him. But, wow, I cannot wait. So, anyways, if you guys like Nasser, get excited because he will be dropping in a banner later today with Medjed. So sorry to take away a little bit of some of the steam from Medjed, but I mean, we got to give some love to this tank. Very good. Like the video if you did, guys. Comment below, like I said. Join us in the Discord, which you can find in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe and tick all notifications because I'm going to be doing a big summoning stream later this evening. So I'm going to catch you guys all in the next one. Until then, peace.